Hello, Solo Attorney Club. All right, today we're talking about one of the most important things, the backbone of your law firm, which is systems. So, systems are critical. They are absolutely necessary if you're trying to automate anything in your law firm. So, if you're interested in automation or practicing smarter, pay attention. We're here to talk about systems. So systems are processes that can be repeated over and over again in your practice. Systems that you develop, you can put them together and create a workflow. For example, for my intake, I have a system of note-taking. I have a system for answering calls. I have a system for putting the client into the billing software. There's a system for collecting the retainer fee and a system for opening the file so I can begin the work. So altogether, these systems are part of a workflow. The workflow is critical because that's the thing you're trying to automate. Or if you can't automate it, it's probably the thing you want to delegate. So you need this to be foolproof. Now comes the nerd part. So the key to the system is documenting it and making it as resistant to friction as possible. So the documenting it part is going to be the practice smarter tip of the day. But let's talk just a little more about systems. So when you experience friction in almost anything, you're less likely to do the thing. So if it is confusing or difficult to send out a subpoena, your staff's going to put discovery and subpoenas at the end of the list, and it might be one of the most important things for the day. So we want to work on eliminating the friction. I like to think of friction in everyday real life examples. So for this example, we're going to go with going to the gym. So for me, if I've got my shoes and my gym clothes and my water bottle on the counter and my alarm is set, my playlist is preloaded to my iWatch, I'm more likely to follow through and go to the gym. If I'm looking for my ear pods because I put them somewhere and it's not near the shoes, I'm not going. So anytime I have friction, it's just going to derail progress. So we got to eliminate friction. And the way to do that is systems. You probably have a ton of systems in place every day. You don't even realize it because systems become second nature. They become like a habit. And that's how you want your law practice to operate. Smooth without thinking. So flawless work product is ideal. When things have a checklist or a template, you are less likely to make a mistake. So systems are helpful as a solo, and they're indispensable if you have any staff whatsoever. So if you're thinking one day you might hire a virtual assistant, then get your systems in place now. The more you've documented, the happier life is going to be for you and for your staff. If you do them well, they can eliminate questions altogether, leaving you to practice law without interruption. This is the holy grail. People working and progressing toward a goal that you set while you get to do what you want, either practicing actual law or maybe leaving early to go to your kids, knowing that your task is going to be completed upon your return with the added bonus of it being done correctly. So systems, we need them. Find time, make time, get your systems documented, get standard operating procedures in place. We need SOPs, they're critical. Another reason systems are critical is because people make mistakes. So people make less mistakes when they follow a checklist or use a form. So make your practice as mistake-proof as possible. It's your law license that's on the line if your staff messes up and blows a deadline or has some catastrophic failure on a task that you gave them. So fix mistakes, prepare for mistakes before they are even made. Make your systems, make your processes, and hopefully keep the big mistakes from ever even happening. So today, in furtherance of our systems, we're going to talk about some software that you can use to document your systems and otherwise make the process of making systems easier, smooth, and beautiful and professional looking. So the system that I use for making systems is a program called Komodo Dex, Komodo, Komodo Dex. So I'm going to put a link somewhere so that you can just click on that and check out Komodo Dex, download it if you want. It's actually native to Mac and PC. So if you're looking to screen record your entire desktop, this can do that for you. So check it out, give it a whirl. I'll throw maybe a little more information about some other options in case maybe you don't like Komodo DeX. But I've tried them all. I've tried Loom. I've had just native software on my desktop to do recordings. I've tried script writers. They're not the same. The standard operating procedure that Komodo DeX creates for you has screenshots of what you've been using and clicking on while making the video, and it makes a very seamless, very simple, easy to follow process list. So check it out. Join me. I'm going to walk you through it real quick, and if you like it, I think you're going to be making systems potentially even later today. So let's check out Komodo DeX and some other software that we can use to create systems. Time to practice smarter.